Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 4 of the Navaratri fasting and we're going to be making a paneer and chickpea biryani. So let's start cooking. So these are the ingredients we will be using today for our paneer chickpea biryani. I've got 100 grams of ghee, sunflower cooking oil, then I've got onions sliced, chili, green pepper, curry leaf, mint and thyme. The mint and thyme is optional. I just have an abundance in the garden, so I'm taking full opportunity. I will list the ingredients and the quantities in the description box. Freshly ground ginger and garlic, tomato paste, tomatoes chopped up. Then I have dry spices, our braising spice which is optional, bay leaves, jeera, cinnamon stick, cardamom pods, and I've got cloves. I am putting quite a lot of whole spices in, but I will take some of it out because I have these fussy heaters, and I want it to be really aromatic, but you could add less if you want. So we have tumeric that we're going to be using, some food coloring, crushed chili, Kashmiri curry powder, salt to taste, and then I have 500 grams of paneer and a can of chickpeas drained. So I added a tablespoon of cooking oil, a tablespoon of ground ginger and garlic, and some chaat masala. Chaat masala is available from your spice store, but you could use a different seasoning if you wish. A cup of lentils, potatoes, some water for some moisture, frozen veggies, rice, and coriander. So let's start cooking. So I've got a large cast iron skillet and my flame on high, and because the cast iron takes a long time to heat up, I've had it heating up for the last 5 minutes. So I'm just going to be adding our butter ghee, going to be adding about 200 sorry about that, added about 200 ml of cooking oil, and I'm just going to be adding our dry spices. I'm adding cardamom pods. As I said, you could add less. Some clove, our jeera, braising spice, bay leaf and cinnamon. Guys, please remember to wash, rinse your bay leaf and your cardamom pods because they contain a lot of dust. Even though I have fussy heaters, I'm not compromising on flavor today. However, I will remove most of the spices when we're done cooking. Just going to allow all these aromas to fry in, just absorbing all their flavors. If you don't have butter ghee, you could use butter. I wish you could smell the aromas in the kitchen. So now I'm ready to add the thyme, the mint, the curry leaf, the chili, the green pepper and our onion. Just giving this a good mix. add a pinch of salt. Just a mix. And I'm going to allow this to cook for about 5 minutes or until the onions is slightly brown. So the onions is now cooked. We're ready to be adding our ginger and garlic. We're adding the tomato paste. And our tomatoes. Is this a mix? I'm going to add some turmeric. Some food coloring, just for color. Chili flakes. Kashmiri curry powder, and our lentils. Just going to give this a good mix. We'll be adding a little bit of water just so this can cook. And I'm going to cover with the lid and allow this to cook. So our tomatoes are cooked, the lentils we already cooked. Ready to add in our McCain frozen veg. Our rice, I've washed this already, I'm using tastic rice. And our potatoes. I'm just going to give this a good mix. I'm going to be adding about 2 teaspoons of salt. And I'm going to mix this. And I'm going to cover with the lid and let this cook for about 5 minutes. So the biryani has been cooking for 5 minutes. The aromas in the kitchen are wonderful at the moment. Wish you could smell them. So ideally I should be using water from the kettle to speed up the cooking process, but I'm using bottled water. We don't have any water today. Just adding a bit more. So now I'm going to cover this with the lid. I'm just going to be adding half of our coriander. And I'm going to cover this with the lid and let it bake in our oven for 30 minutes, and then we're going to prepare our paneer and chickpeas. So I'm using a non-stick frying pan, and I've got some sunflower oil in here heating up. So we're just going to be adding the paneer and the chickpeas and let this just fry slightly just to seal in these flavors of the chaat masala. Paneer is the Indian cheese, basically Indian ricotta cheese, and I did make this paneer, but it's also available at all spice stores in the frozen section. And as I said, I marinated this with a tablespoon of sunflower oil, a tablespoon of chaat masala, which is also available at your spice store, and just gave this a good toss. And you could fry this in butter or ghee. So I'm just tossing them all in here. So I'm looking for a more charred look and taste. I hope you can give this dish a try. If you don't like paneer, you could also replace the paneer with halloumi. And halloumi is available at most stores, your Woolworths, Checkers and Pick n Pay, or online. Careful not to break the paneer. Paneer is basically made out of milk and lemon juice. So it's vegetarian but not vegan. But I'm sure you could swap the milk with a vegan-friendly option. So we're just going to let this fry now for 5 minutes. So our paneer and chickpeas have been cooking for 5 minutes. I'm just going to toss this slightly, and we're ready to remove this from the oil. We're going to set aside, and then I've decided the last minute to also grill some onions with jeera. So we're going to use the same pan, and we're going to do that now. So I've set our paneer and chickpeas aside using the same pan. I'm just going to be frying some onions. I want to absorb all those chaat flavors. And I'm just going to be adding some jeera. This is optional, so you don't really have to do it, but it's worth it. So basically we're going to almost caramelize this and make sure it's cooked. So we're going to be serving our biryani today with a nut and mint pickle, a carrot salad and some dal. I'm going to continuously mix this so it doesn't burn. Just scraping the bottom of the pan to absorb all those flavors. So the onions and jeera is now cooked. I'm just going to set aside and wait until our biryani is done. And then we're going to add in the onions, paneer, chickpea and coriander. So the biryani has been cooking for 1 hour in the oven. Just going to give this a toss. And going to be adding, just going to mix the onions, paneer and chickpeas. Just going to be adding this over here. Just going to give this a mix. and I'm going to let this bake for another 15 minutes. So our biryani is now cooked. I'm just going to be adding coriander over. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope you're going to try this. Until our next video, take care, bye.